Hello everybody. We'll do a 30-minute full body, no equipment, packing in all the things, starting on our feet, hip width apart, and make sure you connect your feet into the mat and you get the energy into your pelvic floor, you get the energy into your abs right away. You want to feel a beautiful alignment, pelvis on top of the feet, and then the rib cage, the shoulders, and the head nicely lifting up. And we're gonna go into a squat, reaching the arms all the way up and down, and reaching and down, and reaching and down. And one more here. And then just one more to stay in the squat. Stay here, and we're gonna go down a little and up a little and down a little and up a little, reaching through your arms, making sure you align them with the upper body. Down a little, up a little. So you work your legs, your quads, hamstrings, glutes. And you want to engage your pelvic floor and your abs, closing your ribs. And just down a little and up a little to really fire up the legs. Get them working. And then hold it. Now pull the arms down into a lat pull and work through the resistance. The resistance that you're giving yourself, pulling and pushing. So you want to pull the elbows into your sides as if you were pulling some resistance band or a bar. And then you want to push out again and pull and push and pull and push. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly down, walking out into a full plank. Maybe the knees are going to go down on the mat if you feel you need some more support. So find your push-up position here. And now the elbows are just going to bend a little bit and you push out. So the elbows are wide, fingertips facing in just a tiny little bit. So you get some roundness into the arms and some space for the shoulder blades. Closing ribs, pulling abs in. Try to intensify that work, engaging the glutes. And maybe you want to go a little further down now. And work your arms, work your pecs. Neck is nice and long. And 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then the knees down. Sit back into a child pose. And roll back up. Take the hands in front of the forehead and lean forward to then round in and extend out. Working your back extensors for a lot of strength and support in your back, in your lower back, in the glutes as well. Shoulders are pulling back. Inhale and exhale. And 4 more. Feeling that flat back 2 more. And 1 more. And then straight onto your forearms and knees. Knees hip width apart, toes tucked under. Making sure your forearms are facing forward. Inhale here. Now pull your abs in. Lift the knees off. Inhale here. Exhale up. Inhale down and up and down. Breathing out as you lift, and lift from the lower abs. Pull the transverse in and together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Now bring the palms into the mat and just lift up here and then down with your elbows. Working your tricep here. And exhale. Keep the ribs closed. Keep working the abs inwards. And lengthen through your neck. Keep the elbows close together now, as if you were squeezing a little ball there. And 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And sit back into child pose. Reach the arms forward to get your shoulders a stretch. And then roll up and get ready to go onto your feet one more time. And just roll up into standing, pushing the feet into the ground and lifting up tall, left foot forward. And get ready for a lunge here. So we're going to go down into the lunge, the arms up to the ceiling. And the arms are going to press down. We're going to go down a little further and up. Just down a little further and up. Small movements with the legs, a little bigger with the arms, pushing the space away. You want to engage the lats here too. So lots of upper body work too. And your legs, your glutes, the feet nicely awake. And 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And come back. And then roll down all the way, mobilizing your spine. Let's not forget that. Taking a stretch here and slowly back up. And right leg forward. Other side. Going down into your lunge, about a 90-degree angle, and dropping down a little further and up. Stay strong in your legs, connect it through your feet. And 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. And push back. And roll down. Enjoy that roll down. That nice stretch. We're going to go out into another plank here. Now step right leg over left. Bring the right hip up to the ceiling. And now we're going to just lean in here. And we're going to push up. We're going to lean in. Lengthen through the left side and then shorten and lift. If this is too much, feel free to drop onto your knees and do the same thing there. You can just have the knees stacked on top of each other. Now make sure you're only just leaning in with your pelvis, but you keep your shoulders active and pulled apart. Keep breathing through. Four, 3, 2, and 1. And then uncross. Bring the knees down. Sit back into a child pose just for a breath to release your shoulders. And then come back and into your plank and cross over. Now lean in and lift up. Leaning in, lifting up. Keep those arms nice and strong, the shoulders, the neck. Picking up that side, so you're working a lot of side core here. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And uncross, knees down. Take one arm underneath the other. Take a little stretch. Other side. And come back. And then child pose to roll up. Just drag the hands along the mat so you get all tingly. And come back. Now switch into a seated. Make sure you have enough space behind you. And inhale here. Exhale. Just roll down all the way into the mat. Take your time. Try to drop the belly into the back. And inhale, arms up. And exhale. Now either just do a crunch here, hold it, and go back. Or you go all the way. Just curling in, taking the time to roll all the way up. If you need to take momentum to come up, please do the small ones until you develop the strength and the mobility to do the full roll-ups. The ones where you just use the momentum aren't really helpful. And they rather do some harm. And inhale. Exhale, rolling down. Pull those abs in, pull them in so you can really put one vertebra after the other back into the mat. And now peeling off one after the other. And now we're going to hold halfway. So if you've just done the small ones, come into a halfway and interlace the fingers. Elbows are pulling out, so you really kind of pull from your fingers. And now we're going to go into a Russian twist, one side and other side. So think of one elbow leaning the way and then the other one. But you want to keep your pelvis in the center and work your obliques in the twist. Some nice twisting for your gut health too here. Maybe you can feel how your stomach starts working, your gut starts working, just being squeezed and drained. And then hold it on one side. And now just lift the knee that you're twisting towards. Just lift and lift. And go into an extra rotation here. And 4, 3, 2, 1, other side. And lift. And 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and then release. Bring the soles of the feet together. Just hold on to your feet and just pull over. Opening those knees, opening the hips, and then come back up. Have the feet together. Let the knees go to one side. And the arms straight forward. Now inhale and exhale, pulling up. And inhale, exhale, working into some more obliques, but also really pulling in deep, flattening the stomach. Check on your pelvic floor. Making sure your shoulders are dropped, head is connected. Squeeze the feet together so you'll have some inner thighs too. Four more. And 3, 2, and 1. Now, legs switching to the other side, and we're going to go straight on. Deepening the ab work, being very diligent, have a lot of awareness in what you do. Make sure the whole body is present. You can be in that work mindfully. And 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And come up, go into a cross-legged. You want to release your hips here. Just release your head down as far as you can. You really want to get a release in the hips, in the glutes, but also just give your stomach a break. And come up, and then just switch the legs. And go for another stretch here. And come back up. Now, side plank on your left elbow. This is a classic, a good one though, so reach up through the top arm, the top leg floating, or if it's too hard, you can also just tap it down. And now come up. We're gonna add a little lift if you want to, and come back. Up, lift, come down. So like a two-phase. Make sure you keep the bottom shoulder happy. You're working from the glutes on the bottom side. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. And this is a moment for a nice side bend. Releasing all the tension, making sure you really drop those shoulders. Just scanning through, optimizing. Feeling good in the body. And then swivel the legs over to the other side and we'll go straight onto that elbow. Setting yourself up nicely, making sure you're right on top of that elbow, and then lift, a little leg lift if you like, coming back, little leg lift. Working the side, working the glutes, pulling the shoulder blades wide, making sure your head is aligned, and we'll have 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. And then come up into another side bend here. And dropping in, just enjoying this one. And then into a last plank. So we're going to be on the forearms, knees a little further back, the toes tucked under, ready to go. We're going to just extend into the plank and move forward with a little lift, little lower and back. Forward, a little lift of the pelvis, down and back. So it's like a saw, but then you give it a little contraction here to lift the pelvis and back. Forward and lift. Which really just makes you work a little harder here in the front. You have to connect even deeper. So don't even think too much about the shape or where you want to go with your pelvis, but you want to think about the activity in the abs, intensifying here. And forward and intensifying and back. Forward. And 2 more. Lengthening through that neck. And the knees down. Well deserved child pose here. Maybe the knees go a little wider. Some deep breaths. And then slowly roll up into seated. And just take the hands behind your back and open. Keep the hands behind you and just push the pelvis up into an opening of the hip. And come back. And take a big circle up. And a big circle down. And up again. And down. And then take the last one all the way up. And bring the palms together. And then down through your midline. Well done. Thank you for joining.